Speaking of kids also, scholarship opportunities are here. And the Optimist Club of West Bloomfield has began the Be Like Bob Scholarship Fundraiser, as a matter of fact. Great opportunity if you do have grade school kids who are looking for scholarships. Here to talk a little bit more about that, we will have someone from the organization, the Optimist Club of West Bloomfield. I think they're here right now. Joey Spano joining us from the Optimist Club of West Bloomfield. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Good morning.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for being here. So this scholarship is honoring the late Bob Mellen, who, according to the group's fundraising page, quote, embodies the Optimist mission through his positive attitude, kind heart, and selflessness in service to others. First of all, great that you are absolutely and honoring Bob with this type of thing. But can we just go back a little bit and just tell us a little bit more about the Optimist Club in general first?
Okay, well, Optimist Club was established, I believe, in the 1970s by Pastor Jack Freed, who was longtime pastor of Holy Spirit Church, who passed away just a couple years ago. And another one of our members, Jeff Lieb. And we just been in business a long time and do great things in the community. Our motto, the Optimist motto, is friend of youth. And so one of the many programs that we've run over the years has been a scholarship program where we provided scholarships to graduating seniors that are going on to college. And we're involved in have an essay contest we run every year. And we do a number of other things in the community. So it's all about helping the community and, one of the strong civic organization that's been in business for a while.
Yeah, and I have to be honest with you. That's why I wanted you to start off by clarifying exactly what the Optimist Club is and does, because from the outside, just going off the words, I would think it has something to do with like optometrists and them joining up as a club locally. Nothing wrong with that either, but it is ultimately, like you said, connecting with the youth, providing them with resources, which is what we love to support here. Now, let's get into this actual scholarship honoring Bob Mellen. Can you just share with us a little bit more about Bob and how he embodied the Optimist mission?
Absolutely. The scholarship was established in 2020 by the club, and it's in memory of Bob Mellen, who passed away in 2019. And Bob was a founding partner in the accounting firm of Mellen, Smith, and Pevos. And he was a longtime dedicated member in the West Bloomfield Club dating back to 1982. And I knew Bob very well and admired him greatly. He's a strong believer in public and higher education. And he felt that public education is the foundation of our democracy, and the character of our youth determines the strength of our future. So the Mellon family is a family of educators. Margie Mellon, his wife, was a longtime teacher and reading consultant and retired from the West Bloomfield School District a few years ago. One of his daughters, Cheryl Kaplan, is currently a third grade teacher at Scotch Elementary. Another daughter, Melissa Michelson, is the current principal at Hillel Day School. And then son Michael is also in education. So this scholarship is a fitting tribute to Bob Mellen and the Mellen family. And I guess we want more of our kids to be like Bob, and that's what the name of the
Be
scholarship.
like
That's what we
Bob.
named Be Like Bob.
Yeah, be
So
like Bob. I like that. You know what? I like that because when I was growing up, there was this Gatorade commercial about being like Mike. Now, Mike, Michael Jordan, famous guy, basketball player, we all know him. But Bob is more home. He's home and he made it. He's the MJ of West Bloomfield when it comes to what he's done, what he's contributed to the community. So it's great to make it a local hero and say, be like Bob and the things that he's done in the community to make a difference. Join us right now from the Optimist Club of West Bloomfield, Joey Spano, talking about the Optimist Club Be Like Bob Scholarship fundraiser going on. Now, how do you feel like programs funded by the Optimist Club Scholarship contribute to community enrichment and support the career goals of children?
Well, this one in particular, I think, supports obviously our students. This was eligible students for the scholarship have to apply. They have to be a current senior at West Bloomfield High School and plan on attending a college or university in the state of Michigan. And they have to complete an application. They have to write 3 essays. describing their academic and career interests.
Hmm.
And then well, another thing we would like is describing why kindness and optimism are important to them. And as the Optimist Club is all about, we're trying to support optimism in the world. And we all know the world needs a lot more optimism right
Oh
now.
yes. Oh yes. And
And
that,
then
please,
they
no,
can
please.
explain how the scholarship can help them financially, and they have to have two letters of support. And I just want to put this in that the West Bloomfield community should be so proud of the students, particularly at West Bloomfield High School. These are just
Correct.
outstanding young people. They give us hope for the future, certainly. So,
No, that goes back to what you said, and please excuse me if I misquote it. You said something like the strength of our youth embodies the future of the country or something like that.
yeah, I said
Correct
that
me.
Bob felt that public education is the strength of our democracy,
There you go.
and that the character of our youth determines the strength of our future. And I don't
Correct.
think anything could be more true or apt in today's world. So, we need to support our young people. We need to give them all the resources to make them successful, and they're our future. So,
No, no, no. Great point. And we always go back to that point. The support starts with the entire village, not just the school, the at home also, their peers, and a lot of different factors that go into that. So that's great information. That stood out to me when we talked about that. Joy, if you don't mind, I just want to find out your personal motivation behind being in the Optimist Club. What was your reason for joining? And then, if you don't mind, afterwards, tell people how they can possibly join if they are interested in the Optimist Club.
well, Kevin, I've spent almost 40 years working in West Bloomfield community. So I originally started actually as director of Parks and Recreation, and for West Bloomfield Township, and then joined the club in the 80s. I think it's kind of laughable now. I think I was the first female member of the club. So it was a men's club for a long time, but they started allowing women in the 80s. And of course, we contributed a lot to the club.
Hmm.
And then I eventually became director of community education for West Bloomfield School District and spent 25 years doing that. So I pretty much dedicated my life personally to helping young people,
Hmm.
helping students, making contributions in the West Bloomfield community, which is a fabulous community. And there are many ways to help youth, but the West Bloomfield Optimist Club has been very strong and supportive in our community. At one point, we had over 100 members. It's hard now. It seems like this next generation is not so interested in civic organizations, but as you said, it takes a village really, and it's part of the community all to come together to provide resources and strength and encouragement and support for our young people. And I think people are rewarded when they contribute something to their community, whether it's through a civic organization, whether it's through some way that they can support our schools. And I just think personally rewarding for people if they take the time and dedicate themselves to making some small contribution, however small, however large,
Right.
to our community.
You just brought up something that just my curiosity is going now. From your personal opinion, what do you feel like is or was the disconnect where children or the youth aren't as interested in civil organizations, like you say, or even possibly, getting involved with their community? What do you feel like is or was the disconnect, and how do you feel like we can rebuild that connection?
Well, I don't know. I don't want to sound old here, but I just think sometimes social media does not help all of us. I think it separates us. It disconnects us a little bit. I think our youth and I don't know, even people in their 20s and 30s don't want to be personal with people. They don't want to see people face to face. We don't want to meet in person anymore. There's so much more meeting personally with people, face to face, be interacting with people on a personal level. Or I think we miss something when we're just always on social media or we're doing something through Zoom. Now, this is a great program. I don't want to disregard this, but I
Certainly.
just think there's value in face to face relationships and interacting with people in person. I think that's important. And I think our youth are missing that. And I think they're afraid sometimes to even talk to one another. It's easier to text or do something on X or whatever.
Mm.
So I think that personal face-to-face interaction is really important in our society. And somehow we've got to get back to that. We've got to relay that message to our young people that it is important to interact personally, one-on-one with people or in a group or face-to-face. I just can't underestimate that, in my opinion, how important that is.
Hey, if that sounds old school to you, then call me old school too, because I was kind of feeling that exact same way, if I'm being honest. I mean, social media is a tool. You can use it, for communication, but I do feel like it may have contributed to that. So organizations like the Optimist Club of West Bloomfield is a great way for people to come together, do things for the community and in these civic organizations, and just show the impact that it has on the youth and the community overall. Just going back to Bob real quick, I just want to see, how do you feel like Bob's story, his legacy, has helped more people or has helped anyone get more involved in either helping or even just being on the receiving end of scholarships and programs that you all host?
Well, Kelvin, all of us over the years, we've tried to bring people in. We'd always invite people to our meetings. COVID hurt us. I think COVID hurt everybody, tell you
Mm-hmm.
the truth, in some ways,
Right.
many of our organizations, because we stopped meeting in person. We're meeting in person again, the first and third Tuesdays of the month at the fire station on Maple Road.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I think Bob was always so community minded. And I think everybody, again, being optimistic in the, in the Optimism Club, in trying to bring people in and just trying to make a small contribution, however, as I said, however small or large. Bob was a very generous person. Like I said, I knew him well. He was just so kind hearted and just embodied the things that we're trying to promote in our young people
Mm-hmm.
and in the world in general: kindness, optimism, and positive thinking.
Absolutely. That seems like the best way to go, Joy. Also, just, ultimately, let's just go back to the golden rule. Treat others how you want to be treated. Ultimately, if you need a helping hand every now and then, sometimes it might be beneficial for you to give a helping hand also, especially in the community. So thank you again for that information, for your time. Just one more time, tell people how they can find out more information about the scholarship, about the Optimist Club, and or apply for the scholarship.
Yeah, Kevin, the seniors at West Bloomfield High School should see the fabulous Noelle Essick, who is our college and career counselor at the high school. So go to the Career Center, see Miss Essick. She is wonderful. And submit your application. The deadline is approaching quickly. We have a selection committee, and then we will be awarding a scholarship. First place of $2,500, and second place of $1,500. And we will be honoring them at a breakfast in May, and then also they'll be honored at the Michigan Week breakfast. I guess that's, I think, Friday, May 10th. So, and if like I said, if you please come to one of our meetings at the fire station and the first or third Tuesday of the month, and they can also go on our website, look up West Bloomfield Optimist Club, and we would welcome you with open arms. We'd love to have you. We've got things we're planning, activities for the coming year, and we would love to have people join us.
Yes, sounds very, very exciting. Thank you again for that information and for your time. Joy Spano from the Optimist Club of West Bloomfield, talking about the Be Like Bob Scholarship fundraiser. Thank you again for your time, Joy.
Thanks, Kevin, for the opportunity. Appreciate it.